YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. What's up, my YouTube people? What's up, YouTube people? Got a great live for you guys today, man. Titles, The Mindset of a Unaliver. This is this story was covered before on a live. The confession of Raphael Jackson. It's a young man who lived in East St. Louis who was confessing to the crimes that he committed. You know, the unaliving that he committed and all that. So, like I said, this was went over this live a few months ago with Biz Brasco, and I don't think we ever got a chance to really finish it. But I just thought it was interesting, you know, off the other news I was reporting, and come on and to talk about this because we have a lot of people, a lot of YNs out here who's basically had the same mindset as this man. Now, mind you, this confession, this was in 1999 when this was recorded. But before I get into it, YouTube, I do not own the rights to this music. It's music for entertainment purpose only. Let's begin.
We all agree tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is self-destruction. 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 Self-destruction, it really ain't the rap audience is bugging. It's one of these suckers, ignorant brothers, trying to rob and steal from one another. You get caught in the middle. So to crush that stereotype is what we did. We got ourselves together so that you can unite and fight for what's right. Negative cause, the way we live is positive. We don't kill our relatives. What is that? The blame. Headlines, front page, and rap is the name. MC's the line, get stick to my line. The black on black crime was way before our time. But black with a knife, that's right. Try, cause he died. I'm trying to do that when he left his very last breath. Was I set, so watch your step. Back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters were hanged. How could you get bad? I never ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man. Cause that's self-destruction. Yeah, self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah. Those things, watch those. Turkey breast, press to impress, ready to force. Money in your pocket, time to the box. Inside your bank, almost $10. Got safe with a razor blade, taste to your tongue, leave the guns in the cracks and now. Empty lights on the microphone, gum rushing and pushing, stacking and stacking. I really understand why brothers don't be acting. There's only but Today and tomorrow you'll be my boss in the first way. Cause you lost the way. Now tell, do you really think about it? Brother had something. You told me all that shit. It's time to stand together and it has to be something that not to do with independent. East and east, what rap intended was science. Want to invade, so do not walk this path that they laid it. Self-destruction, self-destruction, self-destruction. Be nice, word up. Big band, and you want to go and get your brother man, and you don't know that's part of the plan. Why you got niggas and fool the man understand? You don't have to be soft to be for peace. Father the killer and story with his police. You don't have to be chased by the beast. But why the people is time out for me? Hey, yo, this situation. Idiocy, nonsense, violence. It's kind of good policy, therefore, nothing more. Fight and bust it. Hands out the door so there'll be no bump rush it. Let's get together before we're falling apart. I heard a brother shot another, it broke my heart. I don't understand the difficulty, people. Love your brother, treat him as an equal. They call us animals. I don't agree with them. I'll prove it wrong. But right is what you're proving them. Take heed before I leave you saying, or we'll all be on our knees. Pray. The self-destruction is served on a platter. Making a day, not failing to anticipate. They got things so they fell for the bait. That makes them a victim. Fix their front. New jack in jail because the best ever drop. There's no one rock is in jail, you're a number. They never took the time to wonder about it. Self-destruction. 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 Yes, we courage the word for the live. People are hoping to get along. It's a point to our brothers and sisters who don't know the time. So we don't around. You know our job to build and collect ourselves with intellect to be close to evolve the self-respect. Cause we got to keep ourselves in check or else it's self-destruction. 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 Self-destruction.
What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Like I said, we'll talk about Raphael Jackson. He's a young man in East St. Louis, Illinois, who unalived people, and his confession to the authorities. Now, I want you guys to listen to this man's confession and listen to his mindset. Listen to his mindset. You know, this is a prime example of someone who don't care about life, don't care about his life, and don't care about anybody else's life. Now, this was taped in 1999, in November of 1999. I want you guys to listen to his confession and just listen to his mindset and listen to how cold-hearted he is.
Badge number 193. The technician operating the video equipment is Robert Steckhand, DSN 1753. We also have a detective from the East St. Louis Police Department.
What's up, Darren?
Ronald Ike, DSN, or badge number is 232. He's seated off camera. And this is Mr. Raphael Jackson seated to my right next to me. Mr. Jackson, I'm going to go over your rights again, okay? You have previously been advised of your rights and signed a rights waiver form, but I am going to advise you of your constitutional rights again at this time. You have a right to remain silent. You understand that, right? Yes. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You understand that, right? Yes. You have the right to a lawyer to have him present with you while you are being questioned. You understand
100
that, right?
reals, salute.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any question. You understand that, right? Yes. If at any time while being interviewed, should you decide to stop your statement, I will no longer question you and the interview will cease. You understand that, right? Yes. Do you wish to waive or give up these rights and to make a statement at this time? Yes, as long as the state is not seeking a death penalty. Okay, so you wish to give up your right to an attorney to make this statement? Yes. Okay. Brad?
These rights, I introduce myself to you as Detective Freddie Woods, East St. Louis Police Department. These rights apply to you for the Illinois case that I'm here on. You do understand your rights, is that correct?
Yes. Okay. The time now is 7:02 a.m. The date is November 24th, 1999. We are presently at the Police Academy 315A South Tucker in the television studio. Mr. Jackson, I want you to look at the video equipment and notice the red blinking light. Okay, that tells us that the video equipment is running. And as long as that light stays blinking, it'll stay running. Okay? For the purpose of the video right now, I'd like for you to state your full name.
Raphael Orlando's Jackson.
Okay, what is your age?
28,
Your date of birth?
6/4/71.
Okay, where were you born?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you married or single?
Married.
Your home address?
2629 Tennessee.
Okay. Do you work at the present time?
Yes.
What is your job?
Homicides and robberies.
They asked him what's his job. He said homicide and robbery. That's some crazy shit.
Okay. All right. Mr. Jackson, previously we've gone over 3 homicides which occurred. Okay. One being in St. Louis.
What's up, Shotty?
Being solely in East St. Louis, and then we had one that happened that started in East St. Louis and ended in St. Louis. Okay. The one we'd like to start with first is the one that happened in St. Louis. Okay, in which a Ricky Williams was killed. Okay, that was back on September 17th at 3137 California. Can you tell us about your involvement in that case?
Yeah. Ricky, I fronted Ricky some dope. Me and him was cool. I fronted him approximately 4.4 grams of cocaine, pure cocaine. I told him to bring me $200 back. He can make $500 off of it. Both of them together. I told him, please don't accept my shit if he wasn't gonna pay me. And he said he wouldn't even play me like that. He gonna have my money that night. So that night he still didn't have my money. And I told him, insisted before I gave my shit. I begged. I said, man, please don't sell my shit. You know, because I got to have all my money. He took my shit. Then I ain't see him for 3 or 4 days. When I saw him, he told me he still got it. He ain't been doing nothing. He ain't moved it yet. He gonna take care of me. I told him, man, just get my shit back. I said, cause you can start some shit, just get my shit back. You know, at that time, I could afford to lose the shit. It wasn't no trip. It was the thing that he just beat me for my shit. Well, I told him, have my money that night. I ain't see him for 2 or 3 days again. I saw him again. I asked him for my money. He said he gonna take care of me that night. You know, he met with me. Then he still didn't have. Told me he biz been slow. He ain't did nothing. So I don't see him. I'm asking everybody how they saw him. Ain't nobody safe. You know, and I kept, and I kept looking for him. I finally ran into him about 2 weeks later, and he still didn't have my money. He told me to meet him. You know, that night I tried to meet him that night. I ain't even show up. So that's about the 4th week I gave my shit. I was riding around, you know, looking for some more motherfuckers that beat me for some money. You know, and he didn't, they wasn't at home, so I couldn't kill them. You know, one of them owed me $8, the other one owed me 10.
So he's about to unalive somebody for owing him $8 and owing him $10. Is it that serious? $8 or $10? You gonna unalive someone? That's crazy.
You know, but they wasn't at home, so I ain't killed them. Being that I was in the killing mood, I decided to look for Ricky. You know, and I found him. You know, me and somebody was, you know, somebody was with me. You know, I had dropped them off, dropped the guns out. We couldn't find Ricky. Then, as soon as I left there on the way home to go to bed, I seen him. I told him I want front of an ounce of cocaine. I told him just bring me $1,000 back there to give him a chance to make my money and make him some money. He said meet him back there in the hour. I went back to the dude I dropped off, and I picked up had him to get a gun, get a couple guns. Picked up a couple guns, 38 and Glock 10. The dude was with me, had the Glock. I had the 38 with 6 shells in it. The Glock had 16. I rolled back around there. Ricky ain't came back yet. We rolled around the block a few times, waited around the corner, trying to see if we could see him pass on any street where he be on. And we ain't see him, and I kind of got spooked because it was dark and I kept hearing noise. So I left and drove around, asked some dudes if they saw him. They said there was a car down the street. Some dude got smoked and I started to kill him. And I said, no, I ain't gonna get him. So I went down the street. As soon as I pulled up in front of the house in California where Ricky was at, he had his mama car or something, the white Captain. He came out, I ain't blow the horn, he just walked out. And he came up to the van and I asked him, I told him, I said, get in so I can give you this dope on. You got another street dope. I was standing in the middle of the street in a stolen van. He had running inside, like he knew I was gonna kill him. So I told him, I said, get in. He said, can I just get to him right here? I said, no. I said, get in. I don't want nobody see me give you the dope. And he said, you can just get it to me right here. He said, where you want me to get in? And I said, go around and get in the side door. And he just stood there. And I see some tears coming from his eye. I said, you want it right here? He said,
See, now the guy, Ricky, owed him money. So to trap Ricky, he said, hey, I give you an ounce. I want you to sell this. Give me $200 back. You know, but all along he was setting them up. He didn't plan on getting him the dope. He knew he was going to unalive him. That was just a trap because he probably knew Ricky was going to go for it. But Ricky already beat him out some money already. Because you think about it, you're not going to keep giving people money or keep giving people work who keep messing it up. You're not going to do that. You're not going to keep losing money like that if you're in that game. You ain't going to keep losing money like that. So they used that they was going to give him an ounce or whatever to make the money back. But that was just a trap.
Yeah, and I just reached out and shot him. I think I shot him in the face and he hit the ground. I just reached out the window and shot the other 5 bullets out there. And then the dude was with me, reached over the Costa side with the Glock and just shot about 10 shells out of it, shot him up. And we pulled off, dropped the hot van off, and jumped in the Jeep car. And I went to the house and I ate me some and drank a cup of coffee and went to sleep.
Now tell me he had a conscience. This dude went home after doing what he did, went home, ate him something, and drank a cup of coffee and went to sleep. Man, if that's a man without a conscience, I don't know what is.
That's basically it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he he was snorting heroin. He fucked up my money.
How much money did he owe you?
He owed me $200. I gave him enough dope because he was doing bad. Me and the dude was cool, you know. He was doing bad, so I, thought myself helping him out, and he fucked me out of my shit. You know, I gave him some dope, make more money than me, and plus it was almost pure cocaine.
Did you refer to him by a nickname? You know him by his nickname?
Yeah,
What's his nickname?
Slick.
When you say you were in a stolen van, do you remember anything about this stolen van?
Yeah,
Where'd you steal it from?
stole it out in the county, so I don't know why I stole it. Stole it from somewhere. I think out there by Lindbergh.
Okay, you know what kind of van it was?
Yeah, like a utility van.
Okay. But you don't remember exactly where you got it.
No.
Do you remember how long you had it?
That day, I sold it the night before and put it up. Then I went and got it that night to go and kill these other 2 motherfuckers.
And who was that you were gonna kill?
My mama ex-boyfriend and who she was engaged to and his son.
What's their names, you know?
Yeah, Lil Harold and Big Harold.
No.
Now he was off the unalive 2 other people, so he was on a unalive rampage from the beginning. From the beginning, because he first was going to unalive his mama ex-boyfriend and his son. Then I guess he said, "Fuck it, I can't get them. I'm gonna get this dude who beat me out my money." So he was on an unaliving rampage from the beginning. He was gonna unalive somebody because that was the reason why he stole that van the day before. That's crazy.
Their last name?
I forgot.
What street were they on that you went looking for them?
Alberta.
Okay, this is before you went looking for Ricky Wade?
Yeah, I just wanted to kill somebody. They paid me most of my money, but they have been spending me about my money for a month.
How many people were with you when you killed Ricky?
Just one.
Are you gonna name that person?
Nope.
And why is it you won't name that person?
Because I don't honor no snitch.
What do you mean by that?
I do not tell on nobody.
Okay. So there's yourself and one other person.
Yeah, John Doe.
So he keeping up the street code. He ain't telling on nobody. You know what I'm saying? He keeping it. He taking all the heat, even though he had an accomplice. He's not saying who that accomplice was. He's taking all the heat. See, a lot of these guys now, they tell it. They're doing the opposite of what this guy doing, Raphael Jackson. They tell it. But he being true to his game. You know, that's the game he's living. So he being true to his game. He's not putting nobody else in it. He's taking all the heat. And if you heard from the beginning, he agreed for this so he wouldn't get the death penalty. Let's continue.
Okay. And you won't tell us his name?
Nope.
Okay. And what gun did you have?
I had a 38.
Can you describe the gun?
It's a black steel 38 special. Got detective special on the tip of the barrel. And it had pearl handle with a chip on the handle.
Okay, where did you get
What's
that
up,
gun?
cuz?
I bought it from a dude that's be selling guns.
Who is he and where did you purchase it at?
I don't know his name. I purchased it through somebody else, somebody father. You know, he sell a lot of guns.
How much did it cost you?
I paid too much money for it, $135.
Okay. Now, this other person you referred to as John Doe, what kind of gun did they have?
Glock 10 millimeter Glock.
Okay, whose gun is that?
That's my gun.
That's your gun.
Yeah.
So that 38 and that Glock is both yours?
Yeah.
Okay, you just let that person use the gun?
Yeah.
Okay, can you describe that gun?
It's a black, was brand new in a box when I got it. Black gun made in like a square gun, automatic, with a hole in the back of the handle.
Where did you get that gun at?
I took it from a motherfucker.
Where was that at?
I ain't gonna say.
I swear thought he was gonna say he bought it somewhere. He said, they asked the way he got the new gun. He said he took it from a motherfucker. That's some cold shit. That's some cold shit. Let's continue, man.
Why wouldn't you say where you took it from?
I just don't want to say.
Okay. So you took that gun?
Yeah.
How long have you had it?
It's about 3 months. They tried to kill the motherfucker I took it from. He just ran too fast.
Damn, that's some tripped out shit. He said he tried to unalive the guy he took it from, but he couldn't get him because he ran too fast. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Hold on, let's continue, man.
Okay. Is there anything that we've left out in this incident that you can think of that we haven't covered?
Let's see. Ricky pulled too many stunts.
And what do you mean by that?
What's up, cuz?
He was stunning motherfuckers for their money. He stunning the wrong motherfucker. You know, stunning the motherfucker who was good to.
Meaning yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else on this that you want to discuss? Tom, do you have anything?
Yeah, at this time I would like to go Raphael this point. 10 millimeter Glock is seized from your house. Do you recognize this gun?
Yeah.
Which gun's it?
That's a 10 millimeter Glock.
Who had possession of this that night that Ricky Williams?
John Doe.
John Doe. It's a 10 millimeter Glock. Stuff the console on your serial numbers on the slide here. Okay.
What they doing? They showing the weapon that he used. If y'all want to check out the video, you can check out Tab 9 TV. It's TEV, the number 9, then INE TV. You can check that out, and they're showing the weapon, one of the weapons that Raphael Jackson used. Well, this is the one that he said John Doe, the guy that was with him, used. That's what they showing now, the Glock.
There's a 10 millimeter Glock. Serial number on this WY315. How many rounds does this weapon hold?
15 in the clip, 1 in the chain.
16 total? Yeah. Okay. This gun's made out of plastic?
Yeah.
Handles plastic. Slide is steel?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's shove your pencil in it. You mentioned, how many times did you shoot your 38 at Ricky Williams?
6.
And what about John Doe? How many times did you fire? I just showed you.
I think 9 or 10. I forgot how many bullets was there.
Do you keep track of how many times you shoot?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I try to leave at least a couple bullets in there. Most of the time.
Why would you do that?
Just in case somebody see me and get to chasing me, I have at least 2 or 3 more for sure shots.
Anyone from what police were chasing you?
I'm a killer.
And anyone, police, citizen, you would kill.
Yeah.
Okay. Recovered the van, is that right? Where that was taken from? Did you tell us where you took the van from?
Yeah.
Earlier, you said when we talked about this, and we talked about this a little earlier when we interviewed you, you said you were laughing when you pulled off after shooting Ricky.
Yeah.
Why is that?
So I always laugh.
Why do you always laugh?
When I'm excited.
This dude say he always laugh when he unalive somebody because he be excited. Now, like I said, you guys check it out. And while he's saying that, he got a big smile on his face. You got a big ass smile on his face while he say that. That's crazy.
What, obviously, you need someone makes you excited,
Yeah.
and you drop the van off. Where'd you drop the stolen van off at? Tell us.
No.
Were you? I don't have anything further on Ricky Williams.
I thought of something that Raphael, when you said Ricky came up to the van, what side of the van did he come up to?
Driver's side.
Do you know which way you were facing on California?
Yeah. Instead of north, east, toward gravel. That's east.
Okay. You're facing towards Gravois? Yeah. Okay. And to cover that 38, whatever happened to that 38?
I buried it.
Okay, you buried it.
No, I didn't. I kept it. No, I kept it with me at that time.
Okay, at that time you kept it with you. And then later on, you buried it.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And where to your knowledge, where's that gun at now?
In Detective Freddie Wills' possession.
Okay. And we're gonna cover that again in detail. When we start talking about the other two cases, we're gonna cover that in detail about the 38. Okay. But anything else you can think about Ricky Williams? Tom?
No.
Okay. So we covered that. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna talk about the page 10 homicide. Okay. I'm gonna turn it over to Detective Wills from East St. Louis. Happened in his jurisdiction. He's gonna have some questions for you. Just go like we did here again. We explained to him what took place. Okay? Right?
Raphael, from October 9th, 1999, this year, at page 10, nightclub in East St. Louis, a security officer was shot. Can you tell me about your involvement in that?
His name is Raphael Jackson. Because his name is Raphael Jackson. Now they're talking about another incident that he's part of, a homicide that he's part of. So that's what they on right now.
Yeah. Me, a Jane Doe, and a Jane Doe mother. And Jane Doe mother boyfriend, John Doe, went over to the club, page 10. And it was, we was in there, and we went back to the back by the bathroom. Her mother had to use the bathroom. She went in the bathroom. We was standing outside the bathroom, waiting to take some pictures, waiting for her mother to come out the bathroom. And a big old guy, think he was a gang member, a GD or something. He get the beating on the door, telling her, "Come on out the bathroom, let me in her." And he said that a couple times. I told him, "Man, won't you just let the lady go and use the bathroom, and she'll be right out." And he talking about, "Man, I want to use the bathroom." He say, "Bitch, come on out right now." I say, "Man, won't you show some respect for the lady and let the lady finish using the bathroom, man? She'll be out in a minute." And it was the woman's bathroom. And he said, "What the fuck you got to do with it?" I said, "I got a lot to do with it, nigga. That's my people." And then I say, he said, and I said, "And that's her boyfriend right there." He said, "Well, he ain't saying shit." And he said, "Nigga, I am saying something. Won't you get up off the door?" And dude started, going off on me, And then I started going off on him. cursing them out, and I heard a whistle. And all these gang members, GDs up in there, started mounting up. All of them started coming back there. You know, all of them was mounting up. I had a 38 in the club with me.
What kind of 38 did you have?
A 38 special, the same one I described earlier.
Okay, can you give me that description again?
Black steel with a pearl handle and a chip on that handle. Got detective special on the barrel. You know, I had that already in there. And he went up there up front, started talking to all the dudes. The gals that was with him telling me, leave it alone, leave it alone. I started going off on him while he was walking away. And they started mounting up. All of them started getting together in a group, about 20 of them. So I told the girl I would, I said, I'm just going to try to squash this shit so I won't fuck up all night. And I went over there to the dude, I told him, I said, man, that ain't even no trick. We gonna leave that shit alone. It ain't about shit. And I stuck my hand out. I said, we gonna let that go. And he said, nigga, get your bitch ass out of my face. And I told him, punk ass nigga, handle your business, nigga. Nigga, it's on. Whatever you gonna do, nigga, it's on. And I walked out, went and got on the payphone. Of course, the payphone. Round all the way up to the end of the board to the left, right off the board. So I made a phone call, called somebody, John Doe 2, told him, come to the east side. You know, told him I was gonna send somebody down, because page 10 hard to find if you ain't never been there. So I sent the girl and her mother, I told them to bring some shit over. We brought a grenade, Tech 9, and a 25 automatic.
Damn. Damn. Ooh-wee. Man, he called for some artillery, boy. God, a grenade? God damn. Tech 9? Damn. About to be World War III in that motherfucker.
I sent them, when he called from the bridge and say, you getting off the bridge, I sent them down to a club illusion to meet him so he can follow them down.
The Jane Doe's?
Yeah. Sent both of them down there. So they get back down there. I had girl, they come back in and tell me that he died. So I called out front. I called on the phone, tell them I'm thinking about just going to kill one of these motherfuckers in here and leave. You know, then he said, no, don't, you know, try to just walk out first, you know, and then, you know, see if you can just walk out. I say, all right. He said, because he ain't want to be, you know, involved in just, you know, car was registered in his name. So I had them, I sent the girls out the thing. I had the girl bring a gun. I gave a 25 automatic to the dude that was in there with me. I sent the girls out to get my 9.8 off the lot and pull it a little bit down the street, about a few buildings down the street, park in the middle of the street.
What color's your 9.8?
It's just a color. You know, parked it down about a couple buildings from the club in the middle of the street, and I had the dude, the other John, that parked behind them in the middle of the street. And I'm talking on the phone. I tell them, I say, I'm gonna send the dude out first. And then I'm gonna come out behind him just in case. Because the dudes kept going in and out the club like they was mounting up and strapping up out there. So I sent the dude, I told him I'm gonna send the dude out. When he get in the car, then I'm gonna come out just in case they get the shooting. I won't have him in the middle of the shit. But before, so I tell him we ready to come out now. Then as soon as I say that, the police, he come over there, the guard on the door, and start pet search saying somebody say you got a gun.
You said police, can you describe this guy to me?
White guy. I don't know what he looked like.
What do you have on?
He had on a security guard uniform.
Okay.
And he had an automatic 9mm on.
Did he have it in a holster?
Yeah, it was a direct. You know, so a small direct. So I'm talking on the phone still, and I see him over there petting the dude down, feeling all on his clothes. And he turned around and pointed. He had the gun on like his pet. He turned around, pointed the gun at me on the phone about 5 feet away. So I turned sideways like I couldn't hear, so he wouldn't be tripping on me because he pointed the gun at me because he knew we was together. And then he turned the gun back on him when I turned my back. I reached in my inside Tommy jacket and pulled the hammer back. Only had 4 bullets in the gun. I think I shot somebody early on. I pulled the hammer back and he felt the gun on the dude in his right pocket. As soon as he put his security guard put his gun in the holster, he felt the gun. He dug in the dude's pocket. That's when I pulled the gun off and just shot him 4 times. Everybody in the club ran. I ran out and didn't nobody really see it because it was fall, real thick fog and storming outside. I ran down the street, jumped in the car, and rolled and made a wrong turn and ran the car off the road. But we made a wrong turn, so I tried to make a U-turn and the car went down on the ditch. It was too muddy to get it out. Then we got out and got ready to start walking. And here come the other John Doe. He pulled up, picked us up. I won't have to pull my car out. He said, fucking leave the car. I snatched my papers out of the car and we went on back to St. Louis. Okay. He had on I had on a Tommy blue jean jacket, Tommy hat. Both of us had on Tommy gold glasses. Me and the girl had on Tommy gold glasses. I had on a Tommy hat. I had on a Tommy shirt, a Tommy blue jean jacket, Tommy belt, Tommy pants, and Tommy shoes, and Tommy socks. Up under my blue jean jacket, I had a New York jersey on, beige, blue New York signs under the Tommy jacket. You can see it a little bit. And she had on a New York jersey.
So you
can tell that was the 90s. Tommy Hilfiger? Shit, you know that was the 90s. Oh, that damn Tommy on. Shit.
you and the James Doe basically dressed alike.
She had on jeans, and both of us had on New York jerseys. I had mine over Tommy's shirt and under a Tommy jacket.
Okay, now after
we had glasses on.
Okay, now you say after you ran out the club, you got stuff. Where's your car at now?
I don't know. I went back over there about 4 days later to pick it up, pull it out the ditch, and it was gone.
Okay. The gun you used, the 38, where is it now?
You got it in your possession.
Okay. How did I get that gun?
A friend of mine, real close friend of mine, I had told him, that somebody else killed the dude with a gun that I had, which was Slick, but I killed Slick, but I had him under the impression that somebody else killed him, so he got locked up out of Lambert Field. They had like 5 keys and a lot of cash, so they locked him up and had him in the federal hold. The feds was holding him, and they holding him without bond. So he trying to make bond. He trying to get any kind of bond so he can get out. He asked me, because I still had the gun. I told him that I bought the gun from the dude. And I buried it in his backyard.
You buried whose backyard?
In guy's backyard. I don't know his name. I don't even know his name. I forgot his name. On Missouri and Potomac, I believe. But I told him that the dude who killed the dude, I had already told him this way before he got locked up, that dude killed him. And so when he got locked up, he had asked me what I do, what I do with that gun. He asked me where the gun was. I told him that gun is in the dude's backyard. You know, the dude on Missouri. He said, uh, did I know where he buried that? I told him, yeah, I know where he buried that. So I ain't know nothing about the deal with you at first. You know, he done made a deal with you. I don't honor no snitch, you know. And he asked me if I talk to you to help ID this dude and say I was over there in page 10 with him, because that's who the murder was gonna go on. Him and this guy, they fit the paper, the strips, the sketches in the paper.
How you know it was sketchy?
So in other words, I said it earlier, how some guys when they get in trouble, you know, they snitch to try to get out of trouble or get a better deal. That's how this man got caught. Telling the wrong people. Telling the wrong people. You do a crime, then you tell the wrong person. Because when they get in trouble, the feds gonna come back, because you know the feds caught him because we had 3 kilos. That's feds. So the feds questioning him, telling him how much time he can get and all this. This guy saying, damn, I can't do all that time. What do you need to know to knock off some of this time? His mouth started running. Always.
In the paper, because it just came out about a week ago that somebody showed it to me.
And what kind of paper we talking about?
I think it Granite City paper.
You talking about a newspaper?
Yeah, there's 2 sketches in there.
Okay.
A girl with some big brown glasses on, and a guy with a low haircut, long peanut head, and some square glasses, not round gold glasses. And the girl had a lot of hair on her head, ugly bitch. And in the meantime, he made a deal with you, you know, that you will try to talk to the prosecuting attorney about getting him out on bond and easing his sentence. And so he informed you about the gun being buried over there. And that's what he called me and told me that about the deal that he's trying to make over there, you know, about gold. He said they locked the dude up for 3 days and let him go. Because they went over there and dug up the yard and all that, and the gun wasn't there. You know, I knew the gun was because I put it there. You know, so he called me. He said, man, they said they went over there to homicide. The Texas came back over to see. They said the gun was over. They dug the yard up. Metal detectors and everything. They ain't find no gun. I said they lying. He said, won't you go over there and check and see if the dude still got the gun buried over there? Because he had the impression that the dude had the gun, you know, and the dude put the murder down. I ain't never tell him that I did, you know. And so I went over there 4 o'clock in the morning. Matter of fact, I buried the gun about 2 days before y'all supposed to went over there. And I went back over there. He talked to you and said he gonna, you know, guy in college, you know, he don't want to be involved in General Motors. He don't want to be in the military. So I called you. I went over there and dug the gun up. I dug up one hole with my fingers. It was about 4 inches under the ground, 5 inches under the ground. It wasn't there. I went over 6 inches and pulled it right out the ground. It had got rusted a little bit since it been in the ground in the plastic bag. I wiped the whole gun off, and I wiped the bullets off, put 2 bullets in there. You know, last time when I shot the gun, I only had 4 bullets in the gun. So I wiped the bullets off and put 2 bullets in and lined the chamber up so it'd be on, fire, ready to fire the last 2 bullets. And that was the last time the gun was fired. And I went and got the gun, went around to the payphone, put some gloves on, wiped the chains off, and called you and told you. He called me and asked me, did I see the gun? And he said, asked me the ticket to y'all. Say I'm not getting in the middle of that shit. One, I'm no snitch. You know what I'm saying? This dude been law me all these years. You know what I'm saying? He was out, gave me anything, I can get. If I need anything I ask for, I'm saying I can give. If I need $10,000 here to hurt, it wasn't no problem. You know what I'm saying? And I did that for him. Other than that, I wouldn't have been in that shit, period.
Okay. So when you called me, what did you tell me you was gonna do that guy?
I told you I was gonna get you done. I said I'm gonna bring the gun to you side, you gonna drop it on me. I said on St. Louis side, you said no, we around too much in St. Louis. So I said I'll bring it on the east side. You said where you gonna put it? I said I'll tell you that I put it where I'm gonna put it. I went over there, drove over there, wiped the gun down again, put it in a white towel that had some Kool-Aid or something on it, dropped it in the trash can in front of Mickey's, the club right there about 50 feet from the police station, right there on the corner of the police station. I drove back across the water. As soon as I crossed the bridge, I went to the south side, wiped my chains, I put my gloves back on and called you and told you where I said. You said you wasn't in the station right now, but you going to pick it up. And I told him, he called, I told him, you got the gun. I said, you see, you was going to pick it up, so you should have the gun.
Is there anything else you can tell me about you shooting the security guard at page 10? Is there anything else involved in this?
I ain't want to kill him. I'm disappointed. I'm not really disappointed. I didn't want to kill him, but I didn't give a fuck. But I was disappointed because I didn't get to kill the motherfucker who got smart with me.
He say he didn't want to kill the security guy. He mad because he didn't kill the guy who was talking shit to him. So, in my opinion, killing it, unaliving is nothing. Is it's normal to him. It's normal. What he care about somebody's life or basically his life, it's nothing. And you have a lot of kids these days who got the same mindset as this young man or as this man. Because he was born in 71. So he's about 55 now if he's still living. So he's not young now. You got a lot of these YNs have the same mindset as this man. What they care about life is nothing. It's nothing.
You take the right to the other question. Did you shoot anybody else while you was at page 10?
No, what happened? Let me ask you a question. When the guy came up, did he get the other guy that got shot? Did he get hit with a different kind of bullet?
I'm not aware of that.
If he got hit with a different kind of bullet, then it was that Tech 9 that shot him. Because unless one of my bullets was the guard in the paper that said, oh, the guard got hit 4 times. So if either a bullet went through the guard and hit the other person accidentally, or when he ran out, when everybody broke and ran out the club and I ran over to the car, some guy came out, bending over like he been shot. And John Doe 2 just started shooting the whole front of the Tech 9. And that's what we pulled off. He thought that was people coming chasing me.
And is that it?
Yeah, so if he got shot, either bullet went through the guard and hit him one of the shields, or when he came out, one of the Tech 9 bullets hit him.
Do you know the guy's name that you buried the gun in his backyard?
Oh, you know that.
I just want to let you know it.
I robbed him before too, and I forgot his name.
Now he just asked him earlier about when he buried the gun, did he know the guy's name? Now he asking him again. See, these detectives, they try to be slick. They be trying to catch you. Now they just asked him earlier, did he know the guy's name where he buried the gun at, the backyard he buried the gun at. Now all the stuff they talked about after then he come right back and ask him the same question. See, he didn't say, I'm gonna go back a little bit. He didn't say what he had said when they asked him about the gun, the first time when they asked him, did he know the person? You watch how you add on new shit about where he buried the gun and the person yard he buried the gun at.
I robbed him before too, and I forgot his name.
Let me go back a little bit more.
And chasing me.
And is that it?
Yeah, so if he got shot, either bullet went through the guard and hit him one of the shields, or when he came out, one of the Tech 9 bullets hit him.
Do you know the guy's name that you buried the gun in his backyard?
Oh, you know that.
I just want to let you know it.
I robbed him before too, and I forgot his name. I forgot his name.
Now, are you 100% sure that he lived in Missouri?
Yeah, I'm 100%. I kicked his house in. He used to sell dope. I kicked his house in and took all this shit.
All right.
I forgot his name.
So you know his nickname?
That's the name I know him by. What it started with? A D?
I'm not.
I know his name. I forgot it though. I know.
He said he know his name, but he forgot it. He know his name. I know his name, but I forgot it. I know his name, but I forgot it. Yeah, I kicked his door in. I took all his drugs. Boy, you just steady putting your foot in your mouth.
I'm gonna cover one thing with you about the page 10 and then Ricky Williams. That 38 that was used to kill the security guard, is that the same gun used to kill Ricky Williams?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you buried it and went to the possession of St. Louis police,
Yeah.
is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And you gave them that gun.
The same Tech 9 used And the other homicide, or the other shooting, was the same Tech-9 that was shot at page 10 that possibly the other guy got hit with.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go down to on November the 20th. We used the address in St. Louis because the guy died in St. Louis, but this was a carjacking that started in East St. Louis.
Yeah,
Okay. This happened a few days ago.
yeah,
Would November 20th be correct?
I suppose that's about right.
What time do you think that was?
Probably about 4 o'clock, 3:30, about 3 o'clock,
In the morning?
3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Why don't you explain that to us now? That your involvement in that incident.
I went over there, I stole the van, I went over, I stole the truck, and I had a driver, I had another little guy with me. I let him use the tech before I took the 38 and put it in the trash can. I took it out that night after I buried it and took it for one last round. I put the 38 on and the 10 millimeter. I wiped all the bullets off, all the guns, and loaded all. I put 28 bullets in the Tech-9, and I put 15 in the clip and one in the chamber of the 10 millimeter. And we rolled on the east side. And we just riding around looking for bars, motherfuckers with money and rings and beats. You know, and we pulled up on the club, whatever the name of the club, I don't know the name. I was across the street from this club sitting on the lot waiting for somebody to pull up that looked like they might have some rings, beats, and some money. There's 3 guys pulled up, burgundy, looked like about an 85, 86 Cutlass pulled up. And they got some loud music in the trunk. They pull up and park. And we sitting back there and they don't get out. I wait for them to get out. So we get the masks ready. But they don't get out. They keep the car running for a couple minutes. Then they bag up and pull. They was blocked in. So they bag up and turn and pull at the tip of the lot where if they wanted to, they could pull right into the streets. And they so I had my driver drive around the block and pull through a back alley lots or something back there and pull around, let us off right past the little shed or garage or something. When we put our masks on, I had a 38 in my hand, gloves on, and the Glock. And the other guy, he had his mask on, he had an orange mask on. I had a white screen mask on with a hood and a Tommy sweatsuit. I took the, so we jumped the fence and ran across the lot. I pointed the 38 and 10 millimeter to the passenger window and told the motherfucker to get out. And the other dude who was with me, he pointed the Tech-9 at the driver's side. And the driver got out, which was Keith. He got out, he made him sit in the back on the driver's door in the back seat. And the other guy, no, that wasn't Keith. The one that jumped out was on the driver's side in the back. Keith was in the middle. And Woodley, he was the driver. And the guy that was with me got on the passenger side. I was on the passenger side in the back. I had the Glock pointed toward them two in the back, and the 38 with the hammer cock pointed toward the guy in the front. And the guy was with me in the front had the Tech-9 pointing toward the drive. We made the drive. I wasn't gonna kill nobody. You know, I was gonna let all of them be. I was just gonna drive them close to the St. Louis Bridge and make all of them get out. Then drive on across the water, 'cause I didn't want them to know that we was going to St. Louis. When we get about a block, half a block down the street, and I look at the guy on the door in the back, and I say, I don't trust you. You look like you traveling. You look like you a threat. And 5 seconds later, the motherfucker jumped out. I just got to shooting at him while he was jumping out. Shot him while he was jumping out the car. We were going about 30 miles an hour, and then a back driver window in the back seat, the shot from the sign or something. We drove off, and I told them, you know, me and the guy in the back, I let him put his hand down, fire the cigarette. We smoked a cigarette together, and I let him drink his. He had some Hennessy. Me and him drank a little Hennessy together. I told him I ain't gonna kill him. You know, y'all some good brothers. You know, just don't try with your friend. Try to be no damn fool. I say I ain't gonna. You know, when you let y'all live, just gonna be tripping. I took my mask off then. You know, but they kept turning around looking at me. So we got by the bridge, and I told him to go and drive across the bridge. He tried to speed, and I told him to slow the motherfucker down. And I told the guy that with me, I said, this motherfucker keeps speeding, or maybe he don't keep his head straight, we'll kill him for that. You know, as long as y'all keep y'all head straight, you know, and don't make no motherfucking mistakes or try nothing funny. You know, we ain't gonna trip with y'all. We just want your car, your Rams, and your beats. So I told him, I said, police pull us over, you just pull over. I say, all the windows tinted in the back of the car. I said, just pull over. I say, police hit their lights. When the police get out and start walking up toward the car, I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna kill all y'all motherfucking ass. I say, no, you know, just be cool. And I ain't gonna trip with you. I just want your money, your car, and your rent. So we drive on 70. I tell him to get off at Branch Street. And I have to ride around here and where it's a deserted area. You know, where it ain't no cars, number one house around the corner. We ride around the corner and I tell him to get out. I put the 38 in my pocket and took the Tech 9 from the guy that was with me and pointed it, bagged up about 10 feet and pointed at both of them while I had the other guy to search both of them. After he searched them and got money off of him, and I told him to take his jacket off and throw that in the car. Yeah, I told both of them to get on their knees on the ground, put their head behind their back, and until we drive off. So the guy that was with me got in the car. I gave him the tech back. He got in the car. I went around the driver's side because he said he couldn't drive that good and fast. So I got on the driver's side. I started the car up, and I got back out. I said I forgot, so I walked over to Keith and just started shooting. I shot him. He fell and jumped back up and started running, and I just kept shooting. And he ran and hit a corner. And then I said, how the fuck you, this motherfucker still running? Then the other guy, I say, fuck him, because the other guy was running down the street. He was almost at the corner. So I ran around, jumped in the car, and floated all the way to the corner. And while we was riding down the street, the guy over with me got to shoot the Tech 9 through the front window. You know, shooting at Wood. And Wood got to the corner, his leg gave out, he started stumbling, and he turned the corner and fell. So I turned the corner in the car, and guy over with me just got to shooting with the Tech 9 while he was laying on the ground. And I reached over from the driver's side and shot at him twice. Drove off and turned, and it was a roadblock. I made the wrong turn, so I just went through that, drove the car, and to a spot, a vacant house. It took all the music out the car, radio, all of the property, and then I drove the car somewhere else till we can take the rims off.
Oh man. That's a wild shit, man. And you have people doing that shit. That's all they do. Look for people to rob and take their shit. That's all they do. Motherfuckers wake up scheming. How can they beat somebody? See, that's why I never liked flashing. I never was a flashy type person. Them the ones that get caught. You know, you wear gold chains and, you know, nice watch, Rolex or whatever. You know, have your nice car with your rims and, you know, nice music in it. That brings attention. You have a lot of people like this brother here, man, out in the streets. People looking for people to rob. That's their job. Because you saw in the you heard in the beginning of the video, they asked him what was his occupation, and what he said. That's that nigga job. It's like you might be a warehouse worker, a secretary, a truck driver, or something like that. That's your job. Their job is to take away from you, to rob motherfuckers. They consider that their job. Man, this shit wild, man. I never heard all three of the crimes that they had him for. I pretty much just heard, you know, the part, you know, the first part when he killed when he unalived that first guy. But this is my really, actually, my first time hearing about the other two. This last one though is crazy. It's crazy. And like I say, you have people out here in real life like that. Because remember, in '99, he was just 28. He was just 28 years old. So, and his mindset trickled down to these young people. A lot of these young people have that same mindset that he has. That's their job, just to go out there and, you know, carjack cars and breaking shit. You hear a lot about this smash and grab, where people drive their car into store doors and go in there and just grab everything in the store they can grab. You know, and now it's at the point where people just like him just wake up and wondering who they can unalive next. That's the mindset that we have going on, man. That's the mindset of a lot of some of these YNs. They don't care about life. I can tell you.
To a spot. a vacant house. They took all the music out the car, radio, all of the property. And then I drove the car somewhere else till we could take the rims off. We left that till a couple days. We finally got the rims off the other day because they had locks on. Me and the other two dudes took the rims off, and now the car still put up. Just this other dude come get it so he can cut the motor out, and then.
Now, mind you, this interview, this confession, was made on the 24th of November, 1999. The crime he's speaking of now just happened 4 days ago, 4 days before that. So that crime, what he's talking about now, they just committed.
And I can have the tow guy who I know the tow truck come pick it up and take it and smash.
Is that basically it?
Let's see.
Are you gonna tell us where that car is now?
No.
Are you gonna tell us who the other two people that were with you? No. And why is that?
I don't tell.
Okay.
Raphael, I have one question for you, Raphael. Did you ever, at any times while you had these three people that you contact, did you ever tell them that you was the person who killed the security guard at page 10?
No, I didn't tell them that. I think I told him that. But I ain't had no intention of killing him, none of them, until that fool jumped out the car. When he jumped out the car, and then they started looking at me. I said, I'm gonna kill all of them.
How do you keep referring to these guys, some of these guys by name? How do you know their names?
Because I read the paper.
Okay, so you don't know
No.
if you're getting their names from the paper?
Yeah.
Okay. Was this random?
What?
This incident, was it random? Were these guys just picked at random?
Yeah, they had rims and beats.
When you say beats, what do you mean?
Loud news, a whole lot of loud news. They was advertised.
See? It was advertised. They was advertised. They was flaunting. So think about it. Back then, like when that dope epidemic was going on, a lot of drug dealers had nice cars. That was the thing. Had them rims. Sometimes when the spinning rims came out, and having big ass bass speakers in their trunk, and you can hear them a mile away before they get to you. Music so loud, shit like that. You had a lot of that back then. And then the people who they targeted, advertising. Like he said, they advertising shit. They flaunting. Easy targets.
They was just waiting on somebody coming. But
What does rims and beats do to you?
make my dick get hard. And I see rims, beats, and gold chains, and bankrolls.
What does it make you want to do?
Pause, man. Oh, shit. Pause like a motherfucker. Man, that's when you see people with beats and gold and all that shit, he say, He say it made me happy. It makes my dick get hard. Paul. Ha, 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 ha. God damn. Woo-wee. Man, believe it, people, you got people out here like that, man. The shit ain't funny. Shit ain't funny. But it's just a trip, man. How some people mindset is, man. How some people just don't give a fuck about nothing, especially about life. They don't care about their life or taking someone else's life. They don't care. It's normal to them. That's some evil shit.
They want to take their shit.
If they won't give it up, what do you do?
I kill them. Then I car.
And then what?
I car.
How?
I car like a motherfucker. My dick get hard when I see the rims and beats. And I come when I kill them. For this
What? Pause, man. God damn. That is sick. That is sick, man. Oh, man. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow.
So these guys were basically picked out because of the ribs.
But they advertise and all that shit.
Okay.
And the loud ass rooms.
All right. Well, again, the search warrant was done at your house early this morning.
And you took the wrong shit.
Stereo equipment is out there.
The only thing he is in there is that cassette player and the CD changer.
Okay, that goes to
With those speakers, that's it.
that goes to the
And his jacket.
Okay.
Ain't nothing else in there. All that stuff y'all took. The rims y'all took, they made the rims. He didn't have them some $4,000 rims y'all took out the house. And them rims is my brother-in-law rims. And the only reason they sitting in there because he took them off his car, because he went to California, he didn't want nobody to steal his rims. Because he don't have a rims. Them is they rims. The rims he had was some kind of chrome rims. They had phones, but they didn't have a brand new phone, so they got no things.
What are you gonna do with those rims? The ones you got on the car. You said what?
So
They were sold. They were sold.
they had these. That was somebody else. They sold it. I don't know who he sold it to.
They sold them.
Yeah, that's somebody else.
Meaning somebody else was involved in the incident with you. Okay, what kind of van did you guys use to go to East St. Louis?
A stolen van.
Where'd you steal it from?
So
They asked him the same damn question. They asked him the same damn question. They already asked him where he steal the van from. See, they do that. They do that shit. That's how a lot of people, especially if they lying, that's how they get caught up. Because they'll ask you that question once, then you probably answer it. Then they ask you some more questions. Then later on, they'll come back and ask you the same question to see if you have a different answer. That's how they catch motherfuckers, especially if they're lying. That's why they tell you, if they question you, you have the right to have a lawyer present. That's why they tell you that. And that's your right. If they question you, you have the right to have a lawyer present. Because that's how they catch motherfuckers. Well, see, he waived his rights. So you don't have no lawyer in there to tell him what to answer, what not to answer. And that's how they do. That's how they operate. When you don't have no lawyer present.
We're in St. Louis City. And we had that.
Did you ever go inside the nightclub? Yeah. Some of these guys that you know anyone at that nightclub?
Never even seen the nightclub before.
Was this America? No one out to do this guy.
Sometimes somebody might tell me they want these particular rooms or them particular rooms. Go out and get
In this case, no one told me anything about these three guys.
They just happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time and had the wrong shit on their corners, making too much damn noise.
Y'all's bother you?
No, them motherfucking beats. It's like the sounds that it's like
So at this point, you're not gonna tell us who the guys are who with you, where the rims of the car are, where the car's at.
me and two ghosts on that murder. Me and another ghost on the other murder. Me and another ghost. Me and three ghosts on the other.
Well, one thing I can say, he being a true street nigga. He ain't telling on nobody. Even though someone told on him to put him in this situation, he still chose not to tell on nobody. See, normally you probably, damn, he told on me. Well, I'm telling on such and such to give me it, you know. But he staying true to the street. Hey, hey, what can you say?
Okay. I'm fully responsible for whatever.
Okay. Tom, you have anything? Yeah, wrap it out real quick. You always read about the crimes.
I read about everybody crimes, not just what I do. I read the paper. I buy the paper every day. Read about everything. I love reading.
Do you know how many shots you took at these guys?
22 shots was fired out that Tech 9. No, 22 shots from the Tech 9, and it was 13 shots fired from the 10 millimeter.
And you keep time track of this stuff, right?
That's 35 shots in all. 22 from the Take 9 is enough, period. Oh, man, it's crazy.
You know how many bullets I put in my gunners.
Do you know what prison you were? I'm sorry.
And I know how many bullets. I always check, see how many bullets I got left.
Do you know what bridge you crossed to get over from East St. Louis back to St. Louis, Missouri?
The one right there by Club Village, where you get on by the casino. What's that, 64?
That would be top of the street there.
Yeah, that's the one I post.
Describe the jacket. What kind of jacket did you take from the victim that you caught?
Brown, probably black leather jacket,
What size?
3X, got a little button missing, a button broke right there.
What did the jacket fit you?
Yeah, except the sleeves a little long. It's a new leather jacket, except the button missing under the pocket.
How big was that jacket? Jacket from?
Bigger than all y'all. I guess it was probably near his size.
You speaking of his side, you speaking of Detective White sitting over there.
Yeah, probably about 220, about 5'11", 6 feet tall, about 220.
What'd you do with the, you stole the rims, right? The wheels?
That was somebody else's rims.
How much you get for them? How much they get for them?
I don't know, I think he got about $300.
What about the stereo equipment?
Oh, that should have been pieces. Then I sold 3 amps and a crossover for $250. And I think the woofer case with the two 12-inch woofers, I think I got $150 for them. And the rest of the other shit, CD change and stereo, with 2 little speakers still right.
What about, are you drunk or under the influence of drugs while you do this? Or what?
I don't mess with no drugs.
You don't use drugs?
No.
Do you drink?
I'll drink a bird, maybe 2.
Did you drink to go do this? Any of these crimes?
I think I drunk a bird, 1 bird. I don't never drink more than 1 or 2.
And would that be safe to say you don't get intoxicated?
No, I don't think I drink. And I don't drink. Only time I drink if I go out, I drink a beer. And I don't mess with no drugs.
But never more than 1 or 2 beers.
Or 1 drink, or 1 glass of drink by itself. Nothing else.
Good jacket. What did you do with this jacket? Where'd that jacket?
At my house.
That's the jacket you seized from your house?
Yeah.
We seized a bunch of stuff out of it. Some of it was wrong. It had nothing to do with any of the crimes you've done.
Yeah, y'all even took my van. And that van ain't got nothing to do with my brother-in-law's van.
But you never used your van to put it to work in, do any jobs.
Right? I ain't never killed no motherfucking in that. I ain't never been involved in no murders in that van. I would have stole the car to in the van. But that's it.
No murders.
I ain't never even shot nobody in the van.
All right. Just an intercheck. 9mm Luger, the model Tech DC-9, made in Miami, Florida. Serial number.
Like I say, y'all look up Tab 9 TV. What they doing now, they showing the other weapon that was used. It's Take 9. Man, it's nice too. But they showing the other weapon that he had used. But one thing I can say, he's taking all the blunt. He's taking all the blunt, man. But it just, like I say, man, a lot of these guys have the same mindset that this guy has, especially today. Especially today. It's a shame. It's a shame. So that's basically almost what we're dealing with, man. I just thought that 'cause I remember me and Biz that went live. He was talking about this, and I don't think we got all the way through talking about it because I don't remember the last two cases. Him confessing to the last two cases. The one unaliving the security guard, and the time they carjacked these other brothers. I don't remember hearing about that. But this, it just showed you, man, you have people like that in this world today. And they seem like they're getting younger and younger. Because this guy right now, if he's alive, he's older than some of you guys that's on YouTube right now. He's 55. He's 55. And that's the type of mindset he had then. Now, I know they asked him, was he married? And he said, yeah. But I don't remember him ever saying he had kids. You know, sometimes that can make a difference, on how a child is raised. Now, if he had kids, he's never going to see his dad anymore. He or she isn't going to see their dad anymore unless they go see him in prison, see him behind bars. And we don't know by having a parent like that how that can affect the child mentally. We don't know. Because you can see it every day. Like you can have men who grew up, for example, gang banging. They still had that gang banging mentality. They have kids, they have sons. They see that's what they dad doing, so they feel that's normal. Now, for God's sake, I hope if this man had kids that they grow up to unaliving people. God forbid that. I hope not. But you don't know how that them knowing that they father did what he did, how that would affect them mentally. But sometimes kids can be the most cruelest people. Oh, your dad is the one who unalived all these people. It's crazy. It is crazy. But I just wanted to do that video, talk about that, man, because we still have a lot of people out in these streets that's with the same mindset as that brother. You know, our job to get up in the morning, go to our specific job, and do what we do to make money, take care of our family, and all that. And some people's job is to go out and take what you got that you worked hard for, but they just want to take. That's their job. It's a cruel world, man. It's a cruel world where you can just go and work and get the same thing that this person got. Instead, you want to take. You want to take what they got instead of you earning yourself. You see how all this shit parallel to everything that's going on today? In all forms of society, the same shit is going on. Social media, real life, the same shit is going on. Where people rather take what you built instead of earning it themselves. You can get the same thing the next person got. All you gotta do is work for it. That's all you gotta do. Just work for it. What's wrong with that? Hmm. It kills me. It's a trip, and people don't see it. Some people see it, but people who want to keep their eyes closed don't see it, or they don't want to see it, so they keep their eyes closed. See, I don't keep my eyes closed. My eyes stay open. My eyes stay open. That's the damn show. And that's real talk. That's real talk. And let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of shit that happened on YouTube, and I say it, I always say it, and I'm just gonna keep on repeating it because it seems like it don't get through some people's head. Pause. But I don't care what you feel about me. I don't care if you block me from your chat. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna run with no bullshit. I ain't gonna run with no bullshit. If it's bullshit, I'm gonna call it out. You know, because I saw a damn D video yesterday and I forgot about it. Well, I ain't forget about it, but I ain't think nothing else about it. But I found out I can type in TJ chat. So I think, I don't know if Kwame was on there on this panel or what. And they were talking about the situation between him and Takeover and Damn D and all that shit. And I just made the comment, well, if both sides stop talking about each other, the shit would stop. But then after I made that comment, I tried to type again and I saw it wasn't coming up. So I knew I got blocked. So I didn't give a fuck. I just said, okay, well, TJ blocked me again. So I just laughed at it and moved on. Then I watched Damn D yesterday. Then I found out who actually blocked me. It was Miss Phoenix Rising, whoever that is. It's okay. It's all right. I have no ill toward Miss Phoenix Rising. But see, I just know that no one wants to hear the truth. They want you to go along with bullshit. See, I'm not going to go along with bullshit. I will bullshit, but I won't go along with bullshit. Especially if I know it's bullshit. I don't speak the truth. And I said that before. Make some other content. Talk about something else instead of talking about each other. Because if people like your channel, Well, like your show, if you come with some different content, they'll still come. Simple as that. And that's the truth. Well, you still can do your roasting, but every day you talk about the same person or you just going back and forth. You don't have no other content to talk about. That's a that's diabolical to me, man. That's diabolical. That means you think about this shit all day and all night. That's all on your mind. You don't live life. You don't do nothing. All you think about what you can say on YouTube, what you can say about somebody on YouTube. That's what your life consists of. That's a shame. That's a shame. But you know, y'all go ahead and be great though. 'Cause like I say, all that shit gonna die down. It's gonna get old. So on that note, I hope everybody have a good day. I think the takeover schedule live for 6:30. And no, I'm not getting off my live because the takeover coming on. Oh shit! Oh shit! Hmm. No, that ain't the reason why. I've been live almost a couple of hours. Still striking up my swagger. Uh, Working on this McGilla pack. Smoking on this McGilla pack. That dude had the nerve to call me a moose. Oh, I love it though. I love it. I love it. He was just roasting. He was just trying to roast. He was just trying to roast y'all. You know, one thing I hate about this swagger, y'all, that motherfucker don't stay lit. If I don't hit that motherfucker a little bit, see that motherfucker go out. Got to strike it again. Like that. Damn. That's good though. Uh, I saw a few updates about that young brother who was found unalive on that island off of Mississippi. It was talking about, it was saying that some of his texts on his phone was erased and all that. So, and they say, and they talking about the results of the art. Now, I didn't know that Ben Crump ordered a what they call a private autopsy or some autopsy, but they flew him to Washington. They flew the body to Washington for an individual autopsy or some shit. Some they called it. But they were talking about how that costs money, how much money it costs. And I trip, I be looking at some of these podcasts and some of these black podcasts who like, conservative or whatever, they kill me when they talk about, well, people trying to make it race and all that. I know when I talked about it, I really, I don't think I put race in it. I just said he was on the island with a bunch of white folk. And and I wasn't putting it on the boys, saying the boys probably unalive. I was always saying that when he was talking, because they said the last time they saw him, he was talking to a female. And the picture that they showed of the female, she was white. So I was, my speculation or my opinion was that maybe, since there was so many other people out there, some people don't have good hearts like all. So you probably could have had some bigger white people, especially seeing him talking to a young white female. But I was saying it's open until they finish the investigation. But you had this one black conservative talking about, well, you got all the people always bringing up race. How he could have been with a black girl. Dude, they already showed the picture and had the arrow pointed at the girl and who the girl was. It was a white girl. Yeah, you do have a lot of race vultures out here. Yes, you do. But when you look at things, you still have to have an open mind. Because I always said, when I first talked about it, I said it's a lesson to be learned in this. Them guys shouldn't have left without knowing that their friend had a way back or whatever. And I was saying things is looking very fishy, especially when you see, you find his phone on the boat and you don't see him with his phone. So there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. That's the only thing I'm saying. You might, people have the right to their opinion, especially when things start looking kind of funny, looking kind of odd. Come to find out one of the boys' mother is a judge. Is a judge in Mississippi. So you kind of can see why Ben Crump and the family didn't trust the authorities in Mississippi. See, when you're trying to find the truth in something like that, something as tragic as that, you have to cover all angles. You got to cover everything. You got to look at every aspect of everything that could have happened or that might have happened. But there's too many things that don't make sense. When things are confusing, there's an underlying somewhere. Like I said, I'm gonna keep up with that case of Vernon Wells. I'm gonna keep up with that case. But like I say, the results of the autopsy is supposed to come out today. So, and what comes and the result, I believe, it is autopsy gonna tell a lot. To tell if he was on drugs or if he had alcohol in him, you know, if he was strangled before he drowned or whatever the case might be, the autopsy will tell a lot. See, the family didn't trust the state of Mississippi, not with no case like that. And the people involved. They didn't trust the state of Mississippi. I don't believe, in my opinion, that uh, maybe the boys he went with did something to him or whatever. They just want to know the truth because it's odd. Too many unanswered questions, like I said. And by one of the kids who's involved is the son of a judge. If there is a cover up, they're the perfect ones to cover up because she's a high rank official in the state of Mississippi. She's a judge. So that case, man, is to be continued. The result of this autopsy is gonna open a lot of shit up. But I hope it's I hope well, I'm not gonna say that. Well, let me put it this way. I hope it's not a case of someone unaliving him. I hope it's not. I hope it's not. Because this is a tragedy within itself. But I just hope that's not the case. Well, so all right, YouTube. Let me go ahead and get off. Appreciate everybody came through, man. Thank you. Until next time. Uh-huh.